about the specific triple that you've been on, what ship you started on, when that was?
Well, we are on what is called a triple contract. What that means is you'll do 3 contracts pretty much back to back with a short vacation in between each one. That's not usually the case. You just get a single contract and then you wait for your next ship, wherever that may be. But this package is sold as a triple. That's 3. We'll do 3 ships as a cast together, which is quite rare these days. And we'll stay together as a team, and we'll go from one ship, have a break, go to another ship, have a break, and then finish on the 3rd ship. And though we've done a triple, this is the 3rd ship of a triple. We started out on the Crown Princess, and then we went to the Emerald Princess, and our 3rd ship is this one, the Ruby Princess. And that's largely born from where you we do the same set of shows on each ship. So it's convenience, really. The fact that we learn the shows in the studio, and we'll take the main 2 shows or 1 show from that studio, and we'll perform them on each of the 3 ships. Whilst we're on the 1st ship, we may learn another show that we'll take onto the next ship, and then the same with that one. When we come to the end of that contract, we'll learn another show to take onto the next ship. So maybe it's more for consistency, to keep the same team together, because they're going to be working together on these 3 ships doing the same shows. That's basically, if I can get my words out, I do.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. It works well because a lot of our ships share similar shows. So, yeah. Yeah, try and say that 5 times fast. Now, once you get onto a ship, whether it's your first one or the 3rd one in a triple, what is the installation process like? So you've done the rehearsals in the studio, you've done the office run, the head office has given the green light that you can go to the ship. What is it then like to install the shows on the ship? Who wants to speak about that? Time?
Me. Yes, once we get to the ship, we go into an install process. Usually, in the past, the previous cast would stay on board with the next team. So we do a handover period. So they would generally do, let's say, 2 shows, and then the last show of that cruise, the new cast would perform. Once we get here, we go into rehearsal mode again. We start to block each show on stage. We work quite close with production, making sure that everyone knows what's happening. To prepare the shows for you guys. Did we do an install with the other cast? Only on the Crown. Okay. So when we got on the Emerald and the Ruby, the other cast had left already, which was kind of nice. But at the same time, then we put our first show up in like 2 days. And yeah, just as the cruise, depending on the cruise, if it's a 7-day, 10-day cruise, we kind of get 3 shows up in 10 days.
Yeah, because it's often the case that the cast will join, similar to you folks joining in San Francisco. So you would join that day and then may perform 1 day later, 2 days later. So it can happen quite quickly that you have to get a show ready. Now, we mentioned in the studio you don't have all of the costumes, all of the set pieces. So when you get on board, you're doing the installation. What's the costume process like? What are the costumes like? Who makes them? Who fits them? That kind of stuff.
So our costumes are made by a company called Sylvia's, and they're based in Los Angeles. They make costumes for all sorts of things, but they'll send seamstresses that know the costumes quite well, and they'll come with materials and stuff, and they help fit us into the costumes that the cast before us wore. So we're all responsible for cleaning our own costumes, making sure we mend little things here and there, and making sure we hand them over in nice condition to the next team, but then they'll obviously fit it to our bodies and make sure we all feel comfortable and good. And then we do some dress runs in the costumes, and then you see them on stage.
Yeah, so not only are you singers and dancers, but you're also kind of mini seamstresses, taking care of the costumes after our company seamstresses leave. And one of my favorite things about theater is the quick changes. There's always some really creative ways that quick changes are done. Do any of you have any quick changes in the shows? Any super fast changes? Yeah. Everyone's looking down at you, Simon. You got a quick change?
Yeah, I have 2 actually, very quick changes. In the show that's coming up, I think, is it tomorrow night?
Colours of the World tomorrow
Colours of the World tomorrow night. There's one, I couldn't change my costume on my own. I have to have help. And I'll have Lauren and Bradley here to help me literally strip me off the costume I have on, and they'll literally dress me as I'm standing there. Without their help, I wouldn't make it on to the next number. I think I have about 20 seconds to get changed.